Hey guys, welcome back to Dude Ranch DIY. My name is Jake. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I just got home from work a little bit late because I had to go look at a tree job and give an estimate for a new client that called up. She was recommended by somebody else. So I'm getting home a little bit later than I normally do. And tomorrow my neighbor Sean is going to be borrowing my dump trailer to load it up with more cut up ash rounds that he's going to be bringing back to my house for me to split into firewood. It's been working out really good. It's going to be the third load he's going to bring back this year, so I'm super thankful for that. But I have a little bit of firewood left in the dump trailer from when Sarah and I were splitting the other day, so I have to get that stacked up. But a couple weeks ago, I think it was Doug from over at One Eye Customs, that's Adam from Hometown Acres' neighbor. Doug mentioned, he said, hey, have you ever done a video on like a property tour, a woodyard tour? And I realized I haven't really, and we've been getting a ton of new subscribers lately. The channel's really been growing pretty fast, which is awesome. So I figured I'd take this time where I really can't split any wood because the trailer needs to be empty for tomorrow. So I figured I would show you guys around if you're new to the channel, or if you've been watching for a while, maybe this will give you a better idea of our property and stuff. So here we go. So as we start out, don't mind all the dirt and everything. The dogs have done a number to the lawn here in the off season, but this is the front yard. We got our little barn over there, and here are the two dogs, little Gus, and then we got Louie over there. Hey Lou, you want to come say hi? You want to come say hi, Lou? What's up, buddy? Hey Gus. Hey Gus. Yeah, that's a camera. So they're good dogs, but out here is where I keep the tractor and some of the implements in these two shelter logics. So yeah, this is where I keep the tractor. You can see I have the old Grapple from the Cormidi skid steer, brush hog, rear blade. In that shelter logic, I have my spray tank with it's a boom sprayer and the WoodMaxx chipper. Got a little utility trailer here, my old ballast box, 3-point hitch RuggedMade splitter, and then, you know, leading down this asphalt millings road here that I put in is the wood yard. So this kind of gives you kind of a bird's eye view of what's going on down here. None of this was here when we bought the property. This was all woods, and you can go back and watch some of those videos of Chris and I clearing all this out. But it has progressed in the roughly 2 years that Sarah and I have been on the property. I have my log pile over here. I like to keep it's mostly ash, but I keep most of my ash, or all my ash logs, in this pile, and then I kind of spread out the other species kind of around this apron. That way, if I ever, really need some ready to burn dry ash, I always have access to it. So here you can see the new splitter shelter, and I like to cut on these two logs. They're like kind of sacrificial logs here. That way I keep the chain out of the asphalt millings and out of the dirt and stuff, and we don't have to bend down. We just cut at a nice, comfortable, ergonomic height. So then back here we got the RuggedMade RS737, which has been pretty heavily modified, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know. I keep a tote over here of all the kindling scraps and stuff, as you can see, and I use that as well as I plan on selling some in the future. I do include some in the bundles and stuff, but I just never seem to amass enough of the good stuff to start selling. But I pull all that stuff out of here and out of here and out of the dump trailer when we stack out of that. This is a tote of all big crotchy nasty pieces that we will burn in the wood stove at some point. Got our job box full of odds and ends in here. A generator, a little blower to get the burn barrel going, chaps, just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. I got a tote just for cardboard, just to get fires going. Still got our Christmas tree here that we got to burn. Here's all the eye joists. May they rest in peace, because they are not going to be used on the shelter like we anticipated. Back over here is kind of where I keep all of the empty totes, as well as partially filled totes and bundle totes. So you can see this tote here, the one behind it are all bundle totes, as well as this tote. These two, looks like that is the start of a bundle tote, and that is a start of a bulk tote of ash. I stack all my totes by species. So then we got a tote full of just lids to go on the totes once they're filled up. Totes everywhere. Here's the shirt track dump trailer with the conveyor. This setup has been working really well. This is pretty new that we've been doing this, so if you're new to the channel, you've probably seen these videos. But we, pull the trailer in like that. That way we can tilt it up and stack at the same time if we have enough manpower. I have a tote here that we keep some water in just in case a fire gets out of control. Right now I don't have the hose hooked up to it, but there is a little bit of water there in the bottom. I don't fill it up crazy, but we got more toolboxes over here and just miscellaneous tools and gas and stuff. This is a tote I use for picking up just random sticks and stuff that fall on the road. This one got a little bit beat up to the point where I can't really fit a nice stacked third of a cord in there anymore. So that's the story on that. Got our oil drum, bucket, our stumps for playing stump. And then I like to stack and store all the wood that's already stacked up in the totes along the edge of the woodyard road. So I probably am not going to keep going much further than like this area this way. We still got to fill in going all the way down there. But right now I think I have about 34 full totes of firewood of varying species. So that comes out to about 11 cords or so. So it's nice. I'm starting out heading into the end of winter, early spring. It's a nice little stockpile. You can see the different species. A lot of that stuff down there is maple and ash. Over here we got some cherry and some oak. These are oak, that's cherry, oak. And then we got some more oak over here that's still left over from last year. That, just making sure that it's nice and dry. So as we walk out the woodyard road here, it's kind of just a big loop. And we have this big hill in the way, which is kind of nice because it actually blocks the view from the house totally and blocks a lot of the view from the road. You really gotta kind of crane your neck as you're driving by on our road to see back there, especially when there's leaves on the trees. It's almost impossible. But we got 2 totes out here of wood for us and the wood stove. I keep these out where it's just easy to get to and bring into the garage. This was a big rock that we dug up when building the whole woodyard road. It was actually right like about there, right where the asphalt millings meet the gravel, and it was sticking up about 8 to 12 inches high out of the ground, and that giant rock is what came out. So this is the new equipment trailer. As you guys probably saw a couple weeks ago, I picked this bad boy up, so I'm really excited to do some more videos on fixing this thing up. But it is totally roadworthy and street legal. Well, roadworthy except for missing a fender here, but I've seen much worse on the road here in Connecticut. This is the 1992 International LP 4700. LP stands for low profile. This is on 19.5-inch rims, not 22.5. It's basically like a glorified, I don't know, F650 or something like that. GVW of about 23,000 pounds. It's got a 10-foot hook lift on the back, so I have a dumpster and you can see the flatbed back behind it. I use this thing all the time for firewood deliveries, as a chip truck for tree work, and just about anything else that I need to haul. It's a great truck. I bought it from my buddy for a really good price. It only has, when I bought it, it had about 52,000 miles, and now it's got about 54,000 miles. So put a new transmission and clutch in it, and now she runs like a top. And then as we walk out here, kind of did a full loop around. I keep a tote out here for the firewood stand. This is all the bulk wood for the loose stacks. And here's the firewood stand, and it looks like we sold a loose stack today, because yesterday I filled up all 4 loose stacks because we sold 4 yesterday, which was a little bit of a surprise. So that's the firewood stand, and we are back at the front of the house. Gus and Louie are checking us out over there. So that's pretty much it. I parked the dump trailer over here, and now coming in from the driveway, I mean, I have my boat here now for the winter, but that couple months will be back in the water. And yeah, now we're just gonna head on back to the main part of the wood yard where we can stack up the wood that's in the dump trailer. So like I said, I was just doing this video, quick video of a little tour of the wood yard, because I do know that we have been getting a ton of new subscribers, and I know it's kind of nice seeing the lay of the land. You know, you see usually pretty similar setups in every video of mine, because we're always splitting basically in the same spot. But you know, having just come back from Brad's down at Firewood at the Furnace, his YouTube channel, go check it out. You know, I've watched a lot of his videos, and then being there in person, it looks a lot different, because you generally only see a couple angles of stuff, because you know, we're doing work in the same area day in and day out. So thought I would give a little tour of the wood yard. Let me know what you guys think. I would like to expand more, because we do have more property, you know, that's wooded. Let me flip the camera around. Our property does extend back into the woods quite a ways here. So right now the wood yard is kind of like a long, narrow rectangle, and I would like to widen it out to be more like a square and kind of take down some of these smaller trees, leave the bigger ones. But like this white oak right here, this white oak here, hickory, a couple small black birch, a tulip, and kind of widen it out, make a little jug handle there. That way we have a little bit more working room. But yeah, hopefully this gives you a better idea of the Dude Ranch DIY wood yard. And like I said, let me know in the comments below if you got any questions, or if you have any feedback as to, you know, what you think I could do differently, or a different layout or whatever. I'm always totally game to try new stuff. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you probably have realized that I like to try different setups and different things, little tweaks here and there to the process, to see if we can speed things up or become a little bit more productive. And the best way to do that is to get input from you guys. So I always appreciate all the feedback. So as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button down below. Like I said, questions, comments, feedback, throw it down there in the comments section. But for now, I'm Jake. This is Dude Ranch DIY. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.